All right, guys, beautiful night. So I'm going to answer a few different viewers' questions. We're going to start off with the first one and move through them pretty quickly. Can we get an educational video about the current stock market presidential odds? Presidential odds going to talk about another day, but stock market. Okay, so we've had a correction. Stock market, cryptocurrency. Let's quickly talk about the two potential options. Here's number one. All right, so number one, in the scenario we want to be right, is this is just a broad market pullback because the market's overvalued. Look, if you invested January 1st, you'd be up double digits. So it's not like it's a bad year or anything like that. But that being said, a lot of the markets are overbought, okay? Look at these ridiculous PE ratios, especially in tech right now. They don't make sense, okay? You look at the PEG ratio, which is simply the price to expected earnings growth over the next 5 years, and a fair market value is 1. That is the matrix you use to measure that, 1. We're seeing a lot of stuff up around 1.3, 1.5, 1.8. I look to find stuff at 0.9, 0.8. There's no value out there in the markets right now, okay? Everything is overbought. So we're seeing a pullback. That is option 1. Let's take a look at the scarier option here, which is 2. So option 2 and the scarier option is that the people in the know are pulling their money, okay? They're yanking their money because they believe war is on the horizon. Now, we already know that we have aircraft carriers from the US going to the Middle East. Iran is posturing right now, and there's a lot of instability in the world between Ukraine, what's happening in Israel and Gaza, and all of this stuff. And there's a lot of tension. So look, if the Pentagon is going to war, people know about it. And when people know about it, the elites know before anybody else, okay? These guys with their huge donations and the billions of dollars know about it before anyone else. And what are they going to do, okay? They're going to convert to cash. They're going to get cash on the sidelines, okay? Very, very easily could explain Bitcoin's decrease, right? I mean, if you sit on a congressional board, like if you're sitting on the Congressional Defense Committee, you can't very well be seen selling your stock. So how do you get liquid? Sell your Bitcoin, right? You don't have to report that, or at least you do have to report it, but no one will catch you because it's Bitcoin, okay? If you sell stock, you go to war a week later, it looks really bad, okay? But that is a potential as well. So without diving too deep into the conspiracy theories, something really interesting is called the pizza meter. I suggest you Google it. Check out on Twitter right now because you see some pretty interesting posts going on. And the pizza meter goes back to the Gulf War, when basically pizza places reported like 1,000% spikes during weird hours of pizza orders. People getting pizza orders coming in saying, hey, deliver it to this factory and that factory, like 11 o'clock in the morning, seeing 1,000% increase in pizza orders all around Washington, D.C. And to them, that was a sign they were about to go to war because it was all hands on deck. Well, go look at the posts out there. You're seeing some pretty interesting stuff. 11 o'clock in the morning, okay? Google says not busy. I mean, they just opened. 1,200% increase in orders coming in and traffic, right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, that's very conspiracy level shit right there, but it makes sense. It does make sense. So something you got to think about. It's one of those two reasons why we're dumping. Let's hope it's the first, okay? But I'll tell you right now, if we're about to go to war, the elites, the social elites, the Black Rocks of the world, the social elites, they know about it, okay? And they're getting their money turned into cash. So let's hope it's the first, not the second. On to the next question. So earlier today, I talked about how incredible Quant Sports has been. And I want to address this comment because it's a great comment. He said, look, they're fairly expensive for a service, such a short track record. And if memory serves me correctly, you're an investor, so you might be biased. First and foremost, I am an investor, albeit a small one. I would love to be a bigger investor. And yes, I am biased. Why? I worked on this project. Okay, I worked on this. I came on board. I helped them shape the sports betting side of things. Nothing to do with the AI, but the sports betting side of things, I helped shape that. So yes, I am biased. But you know what isn't biased? Numbers. The numbers, okay? Take a look at this. So here is a Quant tweet from today. Over the last 30 days, they're up 19 units. So where I might be biased to say I love this product because, yeah, I worked on it, okay? I put my heart and soul into this for the better part of a year. Numbers are an absolute truth. They don't lie. So at the end of the day, the numbers speak for themselves, guys. They have had a phenomenal run. As a matter of fact, I came out and I told them straight up. I said, have proper expectations, okay? 3 or 4% ROI. They came out and they literally said, no, our goal is 4 to 5%. I thought personally that was a mistake in their first year because it's a learning model. This gets better as time goes on. I thought they should have said 3 or 4. They're crushing it, okay? They're above 5, well above 5%. So they're hitting way above their expectations and certainly my expectations. All right, last thing to say about Quant Sports, and I had to take this inside. I was getting crushed by mosquitoes. I probably lost a quarter of my blood in the last 10 minutes, but I want to say this, okay? And I have not been private about this. It's been very public. I want to buy more, okay? I have a small investment. I've said since day one, I want to buy more. And even going further, I want to buy the entire thing, okay? I've been very public with them about that, and I've thrown the offer out there. I said, I want to buy a thing. I will pay them ridiculously generous salaries, whatever. I want to buy as much of this as I can. I completely and totally believe in this. All right, so on to last question, which also pertains to Quant Sports and Masterclass, okay? So this person says, yo, Mr. Bender, why do you fade plays on Quant Sports? I'm asking seriously because basically I don't know how you can find value on one side and they can find value on the other. And again, okay, well, first and foremost, I don't allow myself to be influenced in my capping by anything, okay? And I know that Quant and I have a lot of plays that line up and I'm on the same side, but we have plays that we're opposite of, okay? I put my card out, they put their card out, whatever, half an hour before me, half an hour later, whatever the case may be, but we are gonna have games where we disagree. Hopefully not a lot of them. I don't like being on the opposite side of Quant, especially considering what they're doing. But I can show you an absolute prime example of what's going on right now. All right, so we got 2 games going on right now, and this was a 2-unit play for Quant. This was over 8 for 2 units. All right. Now I had a full unit play over 8. I also had a half unit play on the first 5 innings over, which cashed. So we agreed on that. And I was happy. Believe me, when I saw that this was my top play today and was also their top play today, I was happy. Now, let's swing over here. Okay. Here is the other side of the coin where I thought Texas at plus money. I think we got them plus 105, plus 110, something like that. Okay. I thought they had a good amount of value here. The game's far from over. But Quant's on the other side. They're winning right now, but they got, they have a 1-unit play. This was a quarter unit play for me on Texas. And people ask me, what's the right answer? Because we have a lot of people in both Masterclass, Consensus Group. What do you do if you're on the opposite side? Well, right now, there is no right answer because we do not have a large enough sample size to definitively say, look, when Bender's on the opposite side, that Bender's plays win more often, or Quant Sports way. We just don't have a large enough sample size to eliminate variance. That's going to take a long time because we're not often on the opposite side. It doesn't happen very often at all. So it's a great question, but understand, over a large enough sample size, sharps are going to disagree, okay? In my Consensus Group, where I do a daily call or Zoom with 2 other professional sports bettors, we disagree all the time. As a matter of fact, I've come out in Consensus Group and sometimes given out plays where I've said they're not official plays, but both these other guys like this play, and I have no idea why, and I voiced my opinion. I said, look, I don't think there's value there. I don't like the play, but both of them are on it, so I just throw it out there as a tidbit of information. People can do with that whatever they want, but it doesn't mean sharps are always going to agree on every single game, okay? It's nice when you do. It's certainly nice. Look, when I saw Quant, because I don't know what, I think they're hitting over 70% on their 2-unit plays, as are we. But when I see them coming out with a 2-unit play and it's my top play too, I'm excited about that. Do I love seeing a card come out where they're on the opposite side of a play? No, I don't, okay? Pause for concern. I go back, I take a look and, try to figure out how they were on a different side of it than I was. But at the end of the day, it's going to happen. I don't have the right answer for you guys in terms of exactly what you should be doing with your money, if you should lay off. I mean, maybe that's the way to go right now. I'll tell you what I'm doing personally. I'm betting my play. I'm not betting theirs. On the games like this where we're on opposite sides, I bet my own. So anyways, guys, as more data comes out, as we get a large enough sample size, we can say, okay, it's not just variance. Bender is the better one to follow or Quant's the better one to follow, whatever it is. I'll let you guys know. Until then, err on the side of caution and maybe lay off. I don't know. That's my best advice right now. I mean, there's a lot of other plays going on and we're finding value in Masterclass. Quant is obviously finding value. So if you miss a game here or there, you lay off, no big deal, right? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll do some more viewer questions. I know there's a lot of them.